The principal expelled my daughter for disrupting class during the board meeting. She didn't realize my daughter had been recording her racist comments for weeks. Dr. Whitmore pointed at Maya from the board table and said my daughter was expelled effective immediately for creating a hostile learning environment. The 6 board members sat frozen while Maya stood in the center of the room holding her phone. I'd been sitting 3 rows back with the other parents when the principal made her announcement. Maya had just finished presenting evidence of systematic racial discrimination during the public comment period. The board president tried to call for order, but Whitmore talked over him. She said Maya fabricated allegations to avoid academic consequences and that students who disrupted school operations would face severe discipline. Maya's hand stayed steady, holding her phone up where everyone could see the screen. She pressed play on the first recording. Whitmore's voice filled the room through the Bluetooth speaker Maya had connected. These people always want special treatment. Her mother probably threatened to sue. That's what they do. The date stamp showed 3 weeks ago. Board members leaned forward trying to hear clearly. Whitmore's face drained of color. Maya pressed play on the second recording without waiting for anyone to speak. If Maya spent half as much energy on her homework as she does complaining about imaginary racism, maybe she'd actually pass my evaluations. That one was dated 5 weeks back during a parent-teacher conference I'd attended. I remembered that meeting vividly now. Whitmore had smiled the entire time while suggesting Maya needed to work harder and stop being so sensitive about feedback. Maya had been recording since September when the incident started. It was now February and she had 34 separate recordings stored on her phone and backed up to 3 different cloud accounts. I didn't know about any of it until yesterday when she showed me everything and asked if I'd support her presenting to the school board. She'd organized the files chronologically with transcripts and context notes. Each recording captured Whitmore saying something racist directly to Maya or about Maya to other staff members. The earliest one was from the second week of school when Whitmore told Maya her natural hair was unprofessional and distracting to other students. Maya had started wearing her hair in braids after that conversation. The braids didn't satisfy Whitmore either. 2 weeks later, she told Maya that ethnic hairstyles belonged at home, not in an academic setting. Maya recorded that conversation too. By October, the comments escalated. Whitmore questioned whether Maya belonged in advanced placement classes, said the accelerated curriculum might be too challenging for someone from her background. Maya had a 3.8 GPA at the time. She'd been taking AP classes since freshman year. Whitmore knew this because she'd personally reviewed Maya's transcripts when she transferred to the school at the start of the year. The school board meeting erupted after the second recording finished. Parents started shouting questions. Board members demanded explanations. Whitmore stood up and declared the meeting over because students were not permitted to record staff members without consent. The board president reminded her that North Carolina is a one-party consent state for recordings. Maya was legally within her rights to record her own conversations. Whitmore's attorney, who'd apparently been sitting in the back row anticipating problems, approached the board table and advised Whitmore to stop talking immediately. Too late. Whitmore was already defending herself by insisting her comments were taken out of context and that Maya was manipulating situations to make herself look like a victim. She said she dealt with students using false racism allegations for attention before and wouldn't tolerate it at her school. Maya pressed play on the third recording. This one captured Whitmore speaking to another administrator about Maya's family. Her mother shows up here acting entitled and demanding meetings. You can tell she's one of those people who thinks the world owes her something. I'll bet she's never worked a real job in her life. The administrator's response was audible too. Should we document these meetings differently in case there's legal issues later? Whitmore laughed on the recording. Document what? A parent complaining that her daughter isn't being treated like royalty? The board won't care. These families never follow through anyway. I stood up from my seat and walked to where Maya was standing. Put my hand on her shoulder and told the board I'd been at that meeting Whitmore referenced. I told the board I'd documented every interaction with the school administration for the past 5 months. Had emails, meeting notes, and copies of every complaint I'd submitted through proper channels. The assistant superintendent asked why I hadn't brought concerns directly to the district office. I told her I had. 3 separate times starting in October. Each time I was told to work with the building principal first and use the school's internal resolution process. The assistant superintendent looked uncomfortable and said she had no record of complaints from our family. I pulled out my phone and opened my email, read the dates and times of 3 emails I'd sent to her official district address, showed her the read receipts proving someone opened those emails. The assistant superintendent claimed her office received hundreds of emails daily and sometimes things got missed. The board president asked his assistant to pull up the district complaint database immediately, and that's when things took a turn I never expected. To see the full story, click the link below or go on my channel.